Hello! It's your boy Damage here with a Week 3 Teambuilder video against Accidental, coach of the Vegas Night Marchers. Now, Accidental and I actually have a pretty interesting history. The dude's actually a real-life friend of mine, and we both actually entered in our very first league together about a year ago, which was, funny enough, the Cascade Draft League. Haha, the league that I'm in right now. Specifically, we both entered in that league in its second season. What's also funny about this is that particular season was the only time we faced off in like our year-long draft league careers. Because yeah, waiting for a year to finally get the round back's kind of funny actually. Now, although Accident and I have only faced once, I want to take a moment to share that one match with you guys. You know, rewind the tape a bit, shall we say. Because looking back, that match was actually kind of special to me. And don't worry guys, I'm going to put a timestamp right about now, either right here in the video or in the description, depending on whether OpenShot or VideoPad fucks up with my video when I add text to it and shit. So you guys can skip the ramblings of a dude that just likes to talk. Now, like I said before, Accident and I both started playing in the Draft League format and around the second season of the Cascade Draft League, which is where we faced up for the first and only fucking time. Now, funny enough, we faced off in the very last week of a 7-week regular season. And up to those 6 weeks leading off to that point, we never lost a single game. Both of us were fucking 6-0 going into the very last week of the fucking regular season, which is fucking hilarious. Because one thing I forgot to mention, I believe in the second season of CDL, over half of the people there, including myself, were new to the actual Draft League format as a whole. Now, sure, some of us knew how to play the game already, but this was our first time playing in that kind of environment where your resources were just really constrained, and thus your skill was really tested there. With that in mind, like, when that match finally came to that last week, like, even though this match didn't affect playoffs at any capacity aside from like seeding, I'm pretty damn sure that this was one of the hypest matches of the fucking season. Because, for one, I don't think anyone fucking predicted this. Because again, in the second season of CDL, there were a shit ton of newcomers. So we didn't know how good anyone was at the very start. And secondly, the chances of two players being fucking undefeated up to the last fucking week is pretty fucking low if you ask me. So when it came down to it, you had like two coaches, both undefeated, about to answer the question, who is the better coach? Because again, I don't think anyone fucking knew at that point. And looking back, maybe we could have had a pick'em section just for that 1 week. Because honestly, I don't know what the general consensus, how the general consensus was laid out. Because again, you had two proven, you had two coaches that have been proven themselves to be fucking good throughout the whole season. Two coaches that just dropped into this league, and then just started, you know, claiming souls, taking lives, taking names, all that shit. So like, when it came down to that match, looking back, I think it definitely deserved that hype because it was a pretty damn good game. Looking back, both of us played pretty well. I think there was a point where I was playing from the back seat, mostly due to some hacks that occurred in the game. Like, pretty sure there was like, I'm pretty sure one of my mons got poisoned, 30% poison chance from a sludge bomb, and I'm pretty sure there were a few consistent pairs from stun spores. Yeah, you know how it is, fucking Pokemon. But then, at the very last moment, your boy came through with the fucking Scarf Darmanitan that fucking Flare Blitz through the whole, through Accidental's whole fucking weekend team, and went out in a fucking blaze of glory, because they call me Damage, goddammit! Oh my god, I'm trying to contain myself here because I don't want to get fucking called out for being too loud. But yeah, That match was actually kind of special to me because, again, CDL Season 2 was the very first league that I entered in general, and I didn't know how good anyone fucking was going into that season. So I thought that match, like, even though I was undefeated up to that point, it's like that particular match was kind of like the defining point where I proved myself. Because, oh yeah, another thing I forgot to mention. Prior, I mean, or I guess even now, I didn't really participate in any Pokemon tournaments at all. Like, not even like the Small Gun OST or VGC, because I mean I wasn't really into that shit. And even though this draft league didn't have any stakes at all, this was the first time I played in a competitive Pokemon environment. And being able to prove myself in that environment just felt nice, you know? Okay. History lesson over. Welcome back, those who went to the timed step that I put in the video description. So, I think about now is where I should show the teams that are going against each other this week. So, fun fact, our battle is going to take place 326 days since that fateful day that Accidental and I went up against each other. Again, almost a fucking year. Like, I'm pretty sure it's like less than a month since then. And honestly, Accident's gone much better since I beat his ass before. It's like, his prep especially has gotten considerably better against then. Because this dude has been able, throughout the matches that I've watched him play in, the dude's been able to pump out creative sets consistently, which is a lot more than, oh shit, I forgot to loot this. Hold up. What's nice about this is that you got, oh yeah, I also forgot to mention about, I have a new layout, quote unquote, and basically what this new layout is for is just so you don't have to see what I'm doing in the background. So like, I've got like a YouTube playlist, or not really a playlist, a YouTube video playing on loop, which you can find in the description, by the way, and a dock in another window, so you wanted to see what I'm doing. So yay, my video is looking kind of professional, sort of. Anyways, so onto the team. Oh wait, yeah, onto the teams. So what I have for my team is Megalodios, Empoleon, Sylveon, Gliscor, Weavile, Serena, Raikou, Buzzwole, Salazzle, Regirock, Seismitoad, and Linoon, which I traded a few days ago. Now, what my opponent has is the team of Lando T, Tornadus T, Zeraora, Scizor, Slowking, Silvally, Cobalion, Cofagrigus, Drampa, Audino, Magmortar, and Mega Diancie. Now, I did say before that Accidental is that kind of guy that has been able to pump out like really creative and whack-ass sets. And just knowing that alone kind of scares me, because when I tried to predict, you know, what this dude's gonna bring, I really couldn't. Like, I tried to narrow down, you know, what he's gonna bring by trying to figure out what he isn't gonna bring, and so far, it's like I've only deduced that he's only gonna bring, or he's not gonna bring Drampa, Audino, and Magmortar, because I could see him bringing any one of the fucking 9 Mons that I didn't list out. Like for all I fucking know, this dude could bring like a defensive fucking Choppleberry Cobalion that has fucking HP flying as a fucking Buzzwole lore, like shit like that. Like, ugh. Yeah, so yeah, going into this week, I'm just scared, you know, of my opponents. Because, yeah, again, this dude has gotten better since I last faced him. And I'm just scared because I don't know what this guy's gonna fucking do. I can try to... It's like, I can try to make deductions, you know, based on what I have, but even so, I might just be talking out of my ass. So, why not? Let's talk out of my ass for, you know, about 5 to 10 minutes. So, here's what I was thinking going into this match. Looking at his team, I'm gonna make the bold assumption that he's gonna hard prep for Weavile and Linoon. Now, the reason why I feel like he's gonna hard prep for Weavile is, I mean, this might be the case of Weavile in general, but if you take away his steel types, Weavile does kind of shit on his team. Well, maybe aside from McMortar, maybe, because that thing has Flame Body. I mean, Jesus Christ, I just thought of this. Maybe you could bring a defensive McMortar with, like, Rocky Helmet to switch into Weavile. Oh my... Ah! Jesus Christ, he is the kind of guy who would do that. Like, just... I guess this is what's scary about knowing about my opponent, is that he is the kind of guy who would do that. This dude is the kind of guy who would bring defensive Cobalion. That's a special attacker. He is the kind of guy that would bring a FizzDev Flame Body McMortar. Like, anyways. Looking at his team, Weavile does kind of stomp his team, and I also feel, as it relates to Linoon, I feel that he might hard prep for that, just because I did trade Linoon in for my team, which is effective the week that we're gonna face. So he might expect that I'm bringing Linoon against him this week. So there is that. With that in mind, I'm gonna predict that Scizor and Cobalion are gonna come this week. Now, also looking at his team, this guy doesn't really have a Dark Resist, so Mega Latias especially can definitely has the advantage over him. So with that in mind, I might predict him to bring a Silvally Dark, just because that is the only Dark type, quote-unquote, that he might bring against me. But another thing that I could see him bring is a Spadef Haze Cofagrigus, which can... Well, I mean, I suppose not really be a, you know, potent stop to Mega Latias, but it basically just, you know, sits in front of it, or something like that. So, with that in mind, here are a few things that I was thinking. Oh, and also, oh shit, I forgot I didn't mention this. You may have noticed in my previous videos that that whenever I show teams, there is a tag that says bringing to show what team I'm gonna be bringing. I don't have that this week, just because, again, like, well, I mean, I guess I'm just still conflicted on what team I'm gonna bring, because, well, I suppose this team builder video is being recorded a little bit early, so I haven't gotten the chance to make any mocks yet. But I still don't know what team is better suited against him, just because, again, I don't know what he's gonna bring and what's best about what he's gonna be bringing. Anyways, oh jeez, okay. Wait a second, I'm a little bit out of breath. Give me a break. There we go. Water break over. Now, so I did mention before that my opponent, Accidental, has no Dark type. So I'm gonna go all in with the Calm Mind Mono Psychic type move route with Mega Latias. Now, a few explanations about this particular set. Now, the reason why I'm opting to go for Psychic instead of the common stored power that you see on Mega Latias sets is Because I did say before that... Actually... Okay, no, never mind. I think this still works. What was I saying? So, yeah, I did mention before that Haze Coffee-Grigus is a possibility. And going that in my mind, I tried to run situations in my head if he did bring Haze Coffee-Grigus. Excuse me. And I think if he is bringing Haze Coffee-Grigus, I think I'm only going to be able to get one Calm Mind off max. So with that in mind, I thought Psychic would just be the more optimal move in that scenario, just because I could just hit Coffee-Grigus a little bit harder. With that in mind, I decided to go for Substitute instead of Refresh to basically cure off Toxics that might be thrown at me, for two reasons. One, I believe that if Accidental opts to go for Coffee-Grigus, Haze Coffee-Grigus, to basically stop my Calm Minds, I could sub up and prevent the pain split, prevent any potential pain splits that might come, and then from there I could just, you know, keep on throwing up Psychics to basically wear down the Coffee-Grigus down. The second reason why I decided to opt for Substitute instead of Refresh is that he does have a Dragon Tail user in Slowking. And there is a possibility that Accidental might opt to go for Dragon Tail Slowking to stop the Megalodius sweep. Because, yeah, I could definitely see, like, AV Slowking be a possibility. So, yeah. There's that. Now, as it relates to my Megalodius' EVs, I decided, as it relates to the speed, I decided not to go for max speed and hoping to speed that with Mega Diancie, because what would be the point? The thing just does a clean 2-hit KO on Megalodius with Moonblast, and I can't really fire off back with only Psychics alone. And I decided not to speed creep max speed Cobalion as well, because I did joke about it before in the beginning of the video, or somewhere in the video, but I do think that it is possible for it is possible for Accidental to bring a defensive Cobalion against me, because I do have Weavile on my team, so that is a possibility. Now with that in mind, going down the speed tiers, there's also Silvally, and I decided not to creep for max speed Silvally, because usually, I mean, this might be a bold assumption, but I think if a Silvally is going to be brought, I'm pretty sure it might be defensive, just to switch into Megalodius. So with that in mind, the EVs on Megalodius are meant to outspeed max speed Landorus. And I thought that might be a good marker for everything else in this team speed-wise. So yeah, I think that's what I have for my team. That's it for Megalodius. The second member of my team is Sylveon, standard fare here. Now in this particular team, because I do have a different Sylveon in the other team. The reason why I'm going for HP Fire here instead of Heal Bell is, well, for one, if I heal off the poison from Gliscor, that kind of sucks, because, you know, can't really heal up, you know, if it's not poison, shit like that. But the reason why I'm going for HP Fire is just because I have played a little bit of, I have played a bit of UU in my time, and I know that Sylveon kind of invites Scizor, especially bulky Scizors that that can go for Swords Dance, and like has enough, EVs to switch into special threats, shit like that. So, HP Fire there is to hopefully catch the Scizor. That could potentially switch in. And yeah, Wish Protect, Hyper Voice, you know the drill. It's like a truck, wishes to Wish Pass into other tanks that don't have reliable recovery and shit like that. Now, next member I'm bringing to this game, well, potentially, is Buzzwole. We're bringing a bulk up ICMZ, Z Ice Punch Buzzwole to this game. Now, as it relates to the EVs, because I know this is quite the spread, the speed on Buzzwole is to creep no speed Silvally, because again, I'm predicting that if Silvally is brought, I'm thinking it might be just full out defensive. That is my prediction. And the attack EVs on Buzzwole are so that I think it OHKOs a defensive Landorus with a Z Ice Punch. Not entirely sure. I kind of forgot about that. But I'm pretty sure the attack EVs on this Buzzwole were meant to OHKO a max HP Thundurus from full the Z Ice Punch. Because yeah, this thing was meant to be a defensive pivot for mons like Cobalion, assuming it's not special. Zeraora, physical Zeraora to be specific. It's definitely a switch into non-Z Fly Lando T. And yeah, stuff like that. Bulk up's there so that it could be a potential late game sweeper. Or not late game sweeper, late game cleaner, because yeah, bulk up, good defensive pivot, stuff like that. Drain Punch is good stab. And yeah, I think that's it. Now, on to my next mon. So, okay, I hope the teams are still up in the bottom of the window. That's my hope for this video. But if you look closely at the teams that are there, when you look at Mega Diancie and the rest of my fucking team, I don't think much of my team has a really good switch into that. Oh yeah, I actually did forget to mention, Mega Diancie is probably a solid when it comes to against me. I do think Mega Diancie and both of the steals are coming. Anyways, so when it came to Mega Diancie, AV Regirock was one of the best switch-ins I could think of. Not only because, it could I'm pretty sure it could take Earth Powers decently well, if I recall correctly. I think I calced it to be like Earth Power to be a 3-hit KO. And not only that, but Regirock here, along with, or I guess I'll talk about it in the other team, but Regirock here is kind of like a Mega Diancie lure. This is a scenario that I'm hoping that might come, but it's probably not, because oh boy. Excuse me. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if Accidental is gonna fall for this or not, but here's the scenario I'm playing in my head. Say I lead Regirock and he leads Mega Diancie. He might just be tempted to just click Rocks turn 1, because if we're following standard Smogon sets, Regirock, can't really touch Mega Diancie, because it really can't do shit to Mega Diancie, because Stone Edge isn't gonna OHKO. And the standard Regirock set can't click Rocks against it because Magic Bounce, nor can click Toxic, all that shit. So, why not lure it in and go for Iron Head? Like hopefully Accidental clicks Rocks in his Mega Diancie turn 1 and then I can just knock that out with an Iron Head. Hopefully that happens. I don't particularly see it, but that's a hope. So, as it relates to my AV Regirox EVs, max attack, just so... Oh, wait a second. I forgot something. This should be clear body, not sturdy. Oops. So, max attack just so I could do as much damage as possible. Because I don't expect... I mean, I'm pretty sure... of course, Ironhead is gonna... outcode Mega Dansey. But depending on the EV spread, even if clear body negates Lando's Intimidate, depending on the EVs, Ice Punch might not KO. And yeah, Ice Punch is for Tornadus, Therian, and Lando's Therian, by the way. Stone Edge is just good stab. And Fire Punch is for Scizor. And I put 124 speed EVs to creep no speed Scizor. Because a bulky Scizor with no speed investment is a possibility. So, Fire Punch might be nice to catch that. And yeah, I think... Oh yeah, and the rest is just for bulk. Oh yeah, and also similar to Buzzwole. Like, the rest of these EVs, HP and defense, is just... It's basically just filler. You know, just good bulk. Now, next member of the first team is Gliscor. Now, I believe, or rather, I'll explain the moveset first. This is so Gliscor is the defog of this team. Has the defog, also has Roost for level recovery. Earthquake, good stab. Fire Fang for Scizor. So, the speed on Scizor is to outspeed, I believe, either no speed Silvally or max speed. I think it was to outspeed max speed Scizor. So then I can knock it out with the Fire Fang, which is nice. Oh jeez, wait a second. I need a water break. Oh boy. Oh boy. Alright, now. The HP and Spadef on Gliscor, it was actually inspired. This is kind of like inspired by Smogon, because I'm pretty sure Smogon sets use, you know, a similar stat spread as it relates to HP and Spadef, so it can take 2 HP Ices from Lando T. So yeah, it could switch into Lando T HP Ices when it came down to that. Of course, you know, I can't really hit it back because it's Fire Fang instead of Ice Fang. But yeah, it's good to, you know, scout for Lando T just in general, and the rest is to put into physical defense, because it's nice to switch into monsters such as Zero. Granted that they don't have HP Ice, it's a good switch into Cabalang. Granted that it's physical, and yeah, stuff like that. Oh, pardon me. Oh boy. Okay, last member of the team, or the first team, is Seismitoad. This is the rocker of the team. And this one does have Rindoberry, just to basically take hits from any grass type attacks that my opponent might throw out, like Grass Dot Lando T, Grass Dot Zeraora, shit like that. Scald and Earth Power just gets stabs. The reason why I'm going for Earth Power instead of Earthquake is just to hit Cobalion harder, because I know that thing's more Fizz Def. And HP Fire is just there for Scizor, just in case. And yeah, so this is my first team. Now, the reason why I might be hesitant to bring this team in particular is because this team isn't really... This team might be a little bit too passive against Accidental's team, and doesn't really take advantage of the fact that, or rather doesn't take advantage of my prediction that he might bring double steals. I mean, of course, I have like HP Fire and Sylveon, and Seismitoad, as well as Fire Fang, and Gliscor, and Fire Punch on Regirock. But but I thought, you know, as I was building the teams, I thought, why not just go with an actual fucking fire type? So, for my second team, I was thinking of bringing Salazzle, because his speed tier is pretty nice against this team. It outspeeds Mega Diancie, and pretty good for shitting on the 2 steals that I might predict Accidental to bring. And Aziz Sludge Wave does hit his team pretty hard, like in Oko's Mega Diancie, Oko's Torrentee, I'm pretty sure. Stuff like that. And oh yeah, HP Ice is there for Lando. So yeah. Now, because Salazzle is the Z captain in this particular team, I knew that I had to switch things up with my Buzzwole. So what I decided here is to go for a Cobra Berry 3 attacks roost physically defensive Buzzwole. And I thought that this Buzzwole would be especially nice or rather, this particular Buzzwole would be nice against certain other mons in his team as well. Mainly Slowking, because looking at my first team, this team doesn't really have many answers for Slowking. It's like I can go to Mega Latias, just sub on it, and then just try to call mine from there. But aside from that, it's like what Slowking does to this team is just, for the most part, just spam Scalds and Psyshocks, because excuse me. Or I guess rather what I should say is that this team doesn't really threaten Slowking as much, because Buzzwole can't do shit, Regirock can't do shit, Gliscor can't do shit, Seismitoad can't do shit. So yeah. Buzzwole is here as a way to threaten Slowking, because I do have Leech Life on this particular Buzzwole. And with the attack investment that I have, 32 EVs just gives Buzzwole enough attack to 2-hit KO, max HP, max Fizz Def, Bold Slowking with just Leech Life. So yeah. Cobra Berry is there just for potential HP flying techs, because I know, like, I did say before that HP flying Cobalion might be a fucking thing. So yeah, it might be good for that. It's also nice for... Okay, I know for a fact that Hurricane still Oka's Buzzwole through Cobra Berry. But, I mean, let's just say that Accident opted to go for Acrobatics on Torrentee. It could live that and, you know, hit back with an Ice Punch. It's also good for Zero Aura. Acrobatics as well. No, I am Zero Aura. And I'm pretty sure, with the bulk that Buzzwole has and Cobra Berry, it could live through a Lanote's Z-Fly. I think only Raw Z-Fly, because I'm pretty sure a +2 Z-Fly from Lanote kills this. So yeah, that's my Buzzwole. And like I said before, the speed is to creep No Speed Silvally. So yeah. Now, with my Sylveon again, well, yeah, again, standard fare. Now the reason why I'm going for Heal Bell Sylveon in this particular team is, for one, I don't have Gliscor, but two, I did say before that Buzzwole, Leech-like Buzzwole here, can be used as a means to threaten Slowking. And when I thought about that, I thought that there is potential for Buzzwole to be burned in that scenario. So that would suck. So yeah, Heal Bell Sylveon is good for that. And as I said before, you know, well, this Mega Latias set is the same. Creeps, Max Speed Lando, substitute for Dragon Tail. Can, you know, eventually 1v1 Haze Cofagrigus, shit like that. Now, oh yeah, and also Size Patoad's still the same. Now, when it came to what am I gonna say? Oh yeah. So I decided in this particular team, I did mention before that Slowking might pose as an annoyance to this team. So I was also thinking in this particular team, maybe I could replace Empoleon, or rather replace Gliscor for Empoleon, since that switches into Slowking better. This does leave me a little bit weaker to Mega Diancie, so I thought with this team, I'm gonna try to make Empoleon the lure of this particular team. Again, I don't know if this works, but like, let's just say I lead Empoleon, he leads Mega Diancie, he collects Rocks turn 1, I click Flash Cannon, boom, that kills. And yeah, I think that's it. And oh yeah, Shuca Berry is just there to tank an Earthquake from Lando T or Earth Power from Mega Diancie. Now these special attack EVs on Empoleon are only there to OHKO Lando Max HP Lando T. And I don't think it kills. Okay, yeah. It only kills. It's just there to OHKO Max HP Lando T. And Defog Scald. Yeah. Standard fare. Empoleon's the defogger of the team. So yeah. I think that's it for my team. Or teams. Again, I'm not entirely sure what I want to bring. Because when it came down to this, oh yeah, actually wait, one thing I forgot to mention. This team is a little bit weak to Tornadus Therian. And the first team has an AV Regirock, so it might be good for that. Let's see, what else do I have to say? Wait, hold on. Oh my god, this is very professional. I have to take a bathroom break. I can't believe I didn't fucking do this before I recorded. Be right back.